On my socials this week, I've been talking about the feeling when you're not good enough. It's something my clients and I have both experienced and experience even to this day. It's something that I know a lot of us are trying to work through as we go on our journeys as entrepreneurs. And so today, I wanted to talk about some of the different ways you can overcome this and how you can further your skills as an entrepreneur, back yourself up, because if you ain't backing yourself up, who is? Some of the things you can do to help you build that confidence so that you do feel like you can do this. If this video topic resonates with you, by the way, then I'd absolutely love for you to leave a comment for me. Tell me what are the thoughts that go through your mind when you feel like you're not good enough, and what are some of the different things you do in order to overcome some of these thoughts. I'd really love to know and engage with the conversation with you guys. The first thing I would recommend is to form connections. The other word for this is networking, but I don't really like the word networking. I feel like it comes with a lot of negative connotations, and we feel a lot of things about networking, about how it's quite shady, or people are just being selfish. They're really there just to toot their own horn or to promote their own thing. And I kind of see it this way too, to be honest. But when we use the word connections, there's something more organic about it, and I think it should be organic. So one of the things that has helped me the most in my own business journey is finding people who are also going through this journey with me. Now, they do not necessarily have to be in your field, and if you're somebody who watches my videos, then you're likely to be in the tutoring industry. Yes, absolutely find people who are tutors as well, and we've got a Facebook group actually, which is actually full of tutors that you could potentially connect to. So I'll link that below so that you can go and join our community there. But beyond that, you can form connections with anybody who is an entrepreneur, and I found that some of my best connections are people who aren't in my space, but we have very similar personalities, and so we gel really well as friends, and I think that's what's really important. But we're all sharing what we're going through, the highs, but also the challenges and the lows. And by making these connections, you realize that, you feel like you're not good enough, but you realize that actually that person is going through the exact same thing as you, even if on the outside they seem super successful. Now, in this modern world, you might be thinking, where do I go to find my connections? Everything's just through like dating apps now. And actually, funnily enough, the way that I make my own connections is through the virtual world. It is through going on Instagram and following people who I find are interesting and striking up a conversation with them. One of my other entrepreneurial friends is a pharmacist, and I just happened to be walking past her store one day, and I really liked the look of it. I thought it was really unusual for a pharmacy to look this beautiful, and so I went in and we just struck up a conversation, and we've been friends since. And through these friends, I've been able to be connected to their own network as well, and that's how I've been able to find new mentors and coaches and advisors who are much further along in the journey as you. But through hearing their own stories, you realize that actually they've all gone through the same thing as you, so you are absolutely good enough. The second thing is to seek out resources. So this might involve watching YouTube videos, and you're off to a great start by just watching this. But it could also include those you look up to so that you can curate a social feed that will continue to inspire and teach you. And it might mean keeping an eye out for resources like books that will help you reach the next level. For me, resources that I found particularly beneficial in my business journey is actually, I was watching a YouTube video by Ali Abdaal, and he recommended The E-Myth Revisited as a book that he really liked. So I went to read that book, and I really loved it too. It really shifted my entire understanding of business. And so after I read that, I was so amazed by it that I wanted to find out more. And so I went onto Google, and then I found out that they did E-Myth coaching. And so I actually ended up doing 1 year of coaching with E-Myth. So this is like, it kind of goes back to that organic connections, Ali Abdaal is someone that I've never met. I don't actually know him, but it's also the beauty of the online world that we're in now. A recommendation from a YouTuber, the E-Myth, has led me to a real human connection in my coach. So while we're at it, I'll also recommend you a resource if you are a tutor who's looking to scale your business, my 3-step framework to a 6-figure tutoring business, where it's 90 minutes of me teaching you the most common mistakes tutors make, how you can avoid them, and what you should be doing instead. I also give you a complete breakdown on how I built a business with 40 plus tutors, even though I only average 25-hour weeks. I'll pop the link on the screen here. The third recommendation is investing in yourself. So actually going out and finding these connections, watching these resources, that's all part of self-development. And I think it's really important as an entrepreneur that you actually fuel your own growth, because ain't nobody else gonna be doing it for you, right? It's not like you have a manager who's gonna take you into a training course, or it's not like you have your company is gonna pay for whatever course you're going to be learning. So one recommendation I have, and something that I wish I had done early on, is don't be afraid to really invest in yourself. There are absolutely free things you can do, such as watching YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, but free will only take you up to a certain level. What I've found is that a lot of people who are really successful, they're not necessarily out there providing free stuff. They're able to offer their advice through word of mouth referrals, and often when it comes to free stuff, you really have to filter through a lot of the information to find something that's hyper relevant to what you need in that moment. Whereas when you pay for somebody's expertise, they're there working with you for personalized support. What I really love about the coaches I've had as well is that they are somebody who can see through your BS, and they can challenge you on the things that you're saying. And so going back to this theme of you're not good enough, I've been able to work through a lot of my own self-limiting beliefs with my coaches who are able to support me and take me to that next level of confidence. The other thing that a lot of people do not realize is that by investing in someone like a coach, you are then tapping into their network and their resources, which is probably on a much higher level than where you are currently at now. So the way I see it is like these connections kind of keep building and building and keep connecting you to smarter people, to more experienced people, to people who are basically harder to find. You're not just going to be able to type into Google and just magically find them on the first page of Google. Like, these people are out there, they're doing their thing, they're busy. So just have a real think about what it means to invest in yourself. Yes, going online, taking time to watch YouTube videos is a good thing. And I used to be, I'm a chronic YouTuber too. Like, I go on YouTube to learn lots of things, but how much time could you, oh my God. But how much time could you possibly save with an expert who's there supporting you? So I'm really glad that I started onboarding coaches when I did. I'm gonna keep onboarding coaches. I really wish I did it sooner. And hey, if you're interested in having me as your coach, then I'll leave a few links for you below for you to be able to connect with me. And let's see if I can be the right coach to help you scale your business. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Again, let me know in the comment section below, in what ways do you feel like you're not good enough? What are some of the things you do in order to overcome that? By the way, I'm posting a lot more on my Instagram and TikTok now. They're not necessarily videos I always upload onto YouTube either. So if you wanted to see more content from me, then please go ahead and follow me there. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.